Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Richard Unicorn Caller here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I just did like halfway of a previous video, but my microphone was muted. So luckily, my microphone is not muted now. We're gonna get you guys up to date with the news and the latest console news. We got some console gameplay that you can watch on their Twitch channel and some screenshots kind of showcasing the UI. He didn't go into like any battles or anything like that. Like, previous to the other teaser, I don't think this will be like too exciting for most of you guys, and at the moment there still is no release date whatsoever about when consoles is going to release for Wizard101, like when the Wizard101 console release date is. Still, they are just being on the hush hush about that. It's still a work in progress. It's still plenty of bugs in it, so I don't know. I don't know when we're going to get it, but let's jump right into the news first, and then we'll talk about the KI Live rundown. So we'll go over with the latest reminders about everything. Now, remember, this is the free-to-play area expansion, and today is actually the very last day to do this. You can go to Cyclops Lane, Firecat Alley, and the Oasis completely for free, but this is the last day to do it, so make sure to grab a friend and yeah, just jump into the spiral, have fun with that. And then over here we got the KI store, which is actually going to have a limited time collection featuring the Lunar New Year items, which are pretty cool. This year it is the snake, and it looks absolutely fantastic. They also have the snake pet as well in the crown shop. We'll look into that later and show you guys the spell cards and whatever it has and pet talents and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. If you want some merchandise or limited time Lunar New Year stuff, check it out on the KI store. A reminder that the Chrysalis Guild Museum Gallery is available in case you have a nice little guild. I know a lot of guilds have been having a lot of fun with it, and it's really nice to see, so make sure to check that out. A reminder that you also have the Dark Jester Horde Pack available. It's going to have some level 170 gear in case you want it, and it kind of follows the Wastelander template, but it also has some pretty cool cosmetics in it overall, so make sure to check that out if you are interested. Now over here is Cyrus Drake's birthday. It's going to wrap up February 2nd. Make sure to grab all those items that you can find in the Crown Shop. Now speaking of the Crown Shop, we also have a throwback weekend, which is going to be available all the way through February 2nd, and it's only the coolest mount ever. Permanent mount. I saw a comment on Twitter talking about how they wish they would add a little bit more for these throwback weekends. I feel like it shouldn't just be one mount only. I feel like the throwback weekends should be more, like maybe bring back some older bundles or gear sets, just a little bit more to add more flair to the throwback weekends. But that's just that's just an opinion. We also got the Portal Apparel event, which is going to wrap up February 3rd. Wizards that are level 30 and above can revisit a past house in Gauntlet for free. So definitely make sure to check this out if you are a level 30 and above. It's been a lot of fun from what I have heard. There have been not many glitches at all. Like, it's perfectly fine. So make sure to do this and make sure you get some loot because that's absolutely awesome. They even mentioned that on the KI Live, which was pretty cool. Now, over here we got the Spiral Scene, which is also available. It's going to be available all the way through February 3rd. Now, this is the Castle Tour one. So, again, make sure to check all of that out. Now, we're going to go in-game and talk to you guys about all of the Crown Shop slop that you can always get. And there's plenty of Crown Shop bundles for you guys in case you really, really needed a pack. They have this one, which is the Primeval Horde pack. Basically 12 pack for the price of 10. They also got one for the Pandemonium Horde pack, and they also have the Auspicious Snake, which is available. It's going to come with a Myth Trap, and we can actually check out the pet talents as well, I believe. Is there a pet preview? Yes, there is. It's going to come with possible talents such as Myth Fuel, Myth Scout, and Arc Mastery Boot. This is actually some pretty interesting, pet talents that you could be potentially getting, including Myth Scout, which is definitely going to help you get some reagents, including Azoth. So, yeah, that's actually some pretty cool stuff, and Myth Fuel is always good to have. Yeah, that's a pretty solid pet, and again, these are exclusive pet. The Chinese New Year, whatever I just said, these specific pets, can't even talk right now, these are exclusive. meaning that you can't actually put them in the hatching kiosk. You can't hatch with other players. You can only buy them in the crown shop. They also have the other auspicious pets, such as the bull, the rabbit, and the tiger. So make sure to check all of that out in the crown shop, especially if you're a pet collector in general. And then there's tons of stuff in the crown shop that you can always buy. They also got that groundhog pet, which is also going to last all the way through February. So again, just look at the crown shop and go buy some stuff. It's also double pet XP as well for the membership benefit. I know everybody's been asking for that, or either free energy fishing, which I haven't seen in a long time. So hopefully everybody has fun with that over the weekend. Now let's talk about the KI Live rundown that Atmoplex did, and this was yesterday. It was a very great KI Live. I had fun with it. In the spring update, they're going to let you roll the dice on a new adventure, aka a new gauntlet, and this usually happens a lot in the spring. You'll kind of see a rhythm with their updates. Typically in the spring, it's going to be a $40 type of gauntlet, or you can try and craft it, which might even spend more money for you. But yeah, it will be a $40 gauntlet in the spring, and then in the summer, it will most likely be a new raid, which, again, I don't raid anymore, and I also won't be buying that new gauntlet either, because I'm just done spending money on this game. And then in November, which is basically like the fall update, that's when we usually get like a new expansion, typically. And those are basically the three major updates that we usually get during the year, and you'll start to notice that over time as you play this game. Anyway, and other ways to test yourself in battle, and another option for unwanted pets. And now Atmoplex has a whole paste bin of everything that happened at KI Live. You can read that for yourself. And they also have this code Super New Year 125. If you wanted to type that in and see if you get lucky and see if it's still available. It came with a few packs and stuff like that, so make sure to check that out. Mark over here had a pretty interesting topic talking about the color wheel, which we actually have on our list to talk about the whole entire rundown. And on that KI Live, they actually said that the whole color wheel thing is kind of shelved for now. I guess they just never figured out how to do it. And like I said, the quote-unquote resources and the knowledge of this game, and they also mentioned how they're still kind of like a small game studio. Even when they got bought out, they're still kind of on the smaller side. So there is a lot of limitations on how much stuff they can do. But Mark kind of explains it in a more technical terms if you wanted to read that for yourself. And now I wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff that I written down for the KI Live notes and basically what to show you. First things first, let's talk about the console gameplay part, because that one is the biggest part. Now, if you want to watch the full thing, you can go on their Twitch, but like I said, they weren't really showing anything too significant. This is just showing you the basic UI, and this is basically what it's going to look like. Now, he's playing on the PlayStation 4 controller, and this is what the UI looks like. If you push R1, that will activate your compass. If you push the, not the touchpad, but the one options button, that will bring up your spell book and a bunch of other notifications. You'll trigger buttons on the remote are basically going to pop up stuff like your quick chat. We already know that the game's going to start off with menu chat, blah, 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 and some other stuff. You can also go into your pet with L1 and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. They also have a little radial menu right there, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I mean, is it impressive? I mean, again, they haven't shown any combat or anything too crazy. I mean, and there's still a lot of bugs with it. They were showing off a lot of the bugs with it. This is what your backpack would look like. I know it's probably not that impressive, but if you watch their KI Live, or at least on Twitch, you'll find that clip. I mean, it's cool. I think it's cool, and I hope everybody enjoys it. And again, there's no release date. We still have no idea about the release date whatsoever. Have no idea. They're still keeping the lips sealed. But whenever that happens, I will let you guys know. But they have not released a release date. They're still on the hush-hush about it. And this is still an early work-in-progress type of build. So, it's going to take some time. There's still a lot of bugs to do with that. And I honestly want them to take their time because you're already not adding in a few functions such as like cross save or PC crossplay. So there's already, and menu chat only. There's already like, a few red flags with this. So I honestly want them to just take their time as much as they can with it. Bare minimum, just focus on, squishing all those bugs, because I know some of those bugs and glitches can be very, embarrassing, especially for a console launch. And just in general, though, you want to have a really good impression on the launch, right? You don't want to leave a bad impression, right? That's the main thing. And it may be that PC players like myself are just too negative, but I think PC players just want the best, the absolute possible best for this entire launch. I don't think there is no need to rush it. I don't think there's any due date or time limit. Just please take as much time as you want. But yeah, mainly just eliminate all the bugs and glitches. But overall, I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, he was just walking around. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I've been walking around in this game for like 15 years. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see, some pretty cool stuff. So now we're going to get into my own KI Live breakdown. I have a bunch of stuff written down that we can just kind of, I guess, go fast forward a little bit. We're not going to take too much time on it, but thought I might share some of the stuff I written down. Now, like I said, you can watch the KI Live yourself on Twitch, and you can make your own analysis. But the first thing I heard was that EU Selenopolis will soon have it after the Wizard101 US next update, which is sometime in the spring. So it would be cool to have EU have Selenopolis. If you guys don't know, Wizard101 Europe still does not have Selenopolis, but they did kind of mention how they're working on it right now, and it might become available during the next Wizard101 NA update, which is in the spring, which would be really cool. That would mean that EU would basically be one update away from Wizard101 US, which would be absolutely massive if that does come to light. I know Wizard101 EU players are eagerly awaiting to play new content, as they have for many years, so hopefully that goes well. We already talked about the whole console UI teaser thing. Like I said, nothing really much to see there, but it was cool to see. We already talked about the KI Store limited time Lunar New Year stuff that you can check out not only in the Crown Shop, but also on their merchandise page, so make sure to check that out. We also got a new season PvP live stream, which is going to be talking about the state of PvP. That's actually going to be today, so if you're a PvP player, make sure to check out their Twitch channel as well. I think I'll leave it in the description or top pin comment of when that is, but if you just go on the KI Live Twitter account, they actually have it right there. Should be fun. I think if you're a PvP player, it should be pretty interesting to see. Their Discord is almost at 40,000 members, which is absolutely awesome. Also, we talked about that code. You can type in that code, Super New Year 125, to see if that's still redeemable. We also got that spring update, something for unwanted pets. Ratbeard may have slipped up there and gave us a big spoiler right there, but perhaps we might be getting maybe a pet vault or something to do with pets, which might be really cool to see in the spring update. I think out of this entire KI Live, that was probably one of the biggest leaks right there, or the biggest spoilers right there, and that one definitely gets me a little bit excited to see what they're going to do. Are we going to be getting a pet vault, put some stuff in the pet vault, some unwanted pets? I don't know. That would be cool to see. There was also a question talking about guilds and if there's going to be any other side activities for guilds. There were a lot of ideas that spewed out from this, like a guild versus a guild, or collaboration ideas such as maybe collaborative guild museums or whatever like that. Guild competition, guild co-op. I think they said they would focus more on the co-op side of things, but it definitely would be cool to see a lot more collaborations with guilds. Now, I'm stuck in this guild, and I can't leave this guild regardless. I can't leave it. It would be really cool to maybe add in more guild requests. Maybe allow it to where you can join, up to 3 guilds at a time. I think that would be really cool. I myself would personally play this game more and raid more if that was a thing. But right now, I'm in this guild, and, we don't do nothing in this guild. This guild's inactive. Still keeping the island. But you know, I think that would be really cool to see, you know. Anyway, controller support idea for Wizard101 was mentioned, probably farther out by a year or more, because again, we talk about the technology of this game. There's still a small type of dev studio, but it would be cool to kind of see controller support for Wizard101 in the near future would definitely be pretty cool to see. They also said the whole color wheel was uncertain because, you know, they've been doing that for quite some time. And I think they're not really going to get to a point where they can do that. As much as it would be cool to do that, just going through some of the older gear, I would imagine would be pretty difficult in a sense. I think they're more focused on some new gear and stuff like that. I'm honestly surprised that the gear I have on right now was even dyeable to begin with. So it is nice to see that they're making some of the newer gear dyeable. And I don't know, but will we see a color wheel in the future? Probably not at the moment. Also, mount stitching is shelved for now. Again, they just, you know, I guess it's I know it sounds depressing, but you know, it is what it is, man. There's only so much you can do with this game, man. No pet talent reroll. They made a funny comment about that, just like train a new pet. So we're probably not going to get anything regarding that, you know, just train a new pet, you know. New Arc 3 spellments were also a conversation, which would be really cool to see. Would definitely love that. There's no current plans for the next vinyl, which is like the vinyl disc thing where you listen to music and all that stuff, but no plans for that. And also the Portal Apparel works. Finally, the Portal Apparel works, which is absolutely fantastic. And now that's all I have written down. Like I said, I highly encourage you guys to watch the live stream yourself and make some your own judgments. But for the first KI live stream of 2025, I have to say that was the one where I was actually engaging the most in. Now that the thorn is out of the way, if you know what I mean, or if you catch my drift, it seemed like it was a really nice live stream that seemed like everybody was comfortable around each other. And, you know, overall, it seemed pretty great in my eyes. I could be wrong. Maybe they all hate each other. But I thought it was great. I thought they did a great job. And we'll wait to see about if there's any more type of console news updates. Because, like I said, the stuff they showed us with the whole UI, I mean, this is cool and all. Don't get me wrong. But I really would have loved to see some stuff like more combat or, you know, what is the animations going to look like and all that stuff. And that's something I guess we gotta wait for maybe until they finish, you know, doing a few bugs and glitches and stuff like that. Or maybe, you know, it's still early in development. And like I said, there's no type of, you know, release date whatsoever. We have no idea when this is coming out. So overall, let me know what you guys think about it. I mean, I think it looks cool. I mean, I'm not going to play it, but I think it looks cool. But let me know what you guys think about that KI Live and all the stuff that happened. I thought it was pretty good. Could be wrong, but let me know if you're excited about the future of Wizard101. And yeah, until then, I will see you guys later. That's all I have for the weekend. I'm going to play some Call of Duty Zombies, do that Easter egg. Multiverses is shutting down again. I don't know if anybody plays that game, but that game is shutting down yet again. It's like the second time it shut down. But yeah, I'm gonna play some Call of Duty Zombies. So if you need me, I'll be here. And yeah, peace out.